What's going on, guys? Love Smash, back with an all new video for you guys today, and it's official. Today is September 26th, which can only mean one thing. We are exactly 1 week away until the Smah Bros Fighter Ballot ends. As you guys know, it is ending on October 3rd. We found this out when it first came out in the beginning of April. Fans have been voting on this, going back and forth on the internet and message boards and social media, saying what characters they want in and which ones they want to see as DLC. So we're so close until that ends, but the big question is, who is going to be added as DLC? How many characters are we going to get? When can we expect an announcement? A lot of unanswered questions here, and the hype is building, or should I say the hype is going to be building over the next few months, because fans are going to be waiting for that announcement of what characters are going to be included, or at least how many we're going to get. Maybe the announcement of a direct or some kind of special event or something like that, where Sakurai get on and tell us how many characters we're going to get, or give us a hint or a tally of the votes or something about this. I mean, it's been months now. Fans have been going on the Smah Bros website, writing the character's name, writing the bio and the description of why they think that character would be a good choice in the game, and it's all coming to an end. So 1 week to go, guys. So the point of today's video is to just discuss some things like what characters have been leading, how many characters can we expect, and also one thing I want to talk to you guys towards the end of the video that I really want to do for next week in honor of this. So first up, what characters have been leading the ballot? Now, everyone has their own different interpretations of what character is leading or which characters they want to see in, and the real answer to that statement is we really truly don't know, because there are people going on there voting for multiple characters, they're voting for the same character many times, there's people stacking the ballot, so we really don't know how the voting will turn out until we get an official tally from Nintendo. And with all the possible character options out there, and the fact that voting has been fluctuating for the past few months, it'd be really hard to tell who's at the top. But I wanted to use a reference from an older video I did with the top 10 fan-requested DLC characters. Some of you guys might remember that video. It was the one I made the straw poll for, and I asked everyone to pick one character that they wanted to see in his DLC and to vote on that. And for the most part, the video went over really well. A lot of you guys seem to agree and enjoy the picks. Now for this video, I wanted to use that video as a frame of reference and discuss 4 characters from that ballot. And I monitored that ballot every single day, so I know who was constantly at the top. So I wanted to discuss those 4 characters, not only who scored highly on my ballot, but the ones that fans have still been requesting to this day, even though that video is a couple months old. The top 3 Nintendo-owned characters who got the most votes were King K. Rool, Crystal, and Isaac, as far as newcomers go. So it is possible for these characters to still be included, even though a lot of people seem to think King K. Rool is deconfirmed by having a Mii costume. But if you guys remember, I did that video talking about why King K. Rool still has a chance. If you guys did not see that video, I'll drop the link in the comments and description. You guys can check out my views on that. But these characters still have a chance to be included. There's no attachments. Isaac is no longer an assist trophy. Crystal has her fair share of supporters, and she has a good chance as well. King K. Rool, I'm sure the voting increased for him when he became a Mii costume, because people really do want to see him in. They have for years. And as far as newcomers go, though, but one of the top vote getters on that list for a returning veteran was Wolf. People love Wolf. They really want to see him back. I can't tell you how many free Wolf things I've seen. So he's definitely got a dedicated fan base. Now, a lot of people seem to think that Wolf's chances are decreasing because of Sakurai's interview about Ryu and Roy. If you guys don't remember, Sakurai did this whole interview where he discussed that Ryu and Roy were planned long before the ballot was created, and that he stated, quote, the rest of the roster was going to come down to fan service. So a lot of people saw this and thought, well, Wolf's chances are definitely slimmer now. There's not going to be any more directs from now until the ballot comes out, and those characters are only going to be newcomers, so Wolf doesn't stand a good chance. Now, Wolf stands just as good a shot as anybody else on the ballot. Now, as far as this whole thing with the rest of the roster is going to come down to fan service, it is possible there may not be any more directs or character reveals up until that point. But do we know that for sure, that there's not going to be any directs or any reveals up until from now till that point? No, we don't, because as we know, Sakurai likes to troll, he changes his mind, and for all we know, Nintendo could be planning a direct at the moment and they could reveal Wolf there. I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, I'm just saying this is a possibility, because a lot of people seem to have written that off, that there are going to be no more reveals or anything like that, but there's still definitely a possibility. So if Wolf doesn't make it on, if there is one of these like reveals or directs, he definitely still stands a shot on the ballot. I just wanted to bring that up and get rid of any fears or anything that people are having about his inclusion. But with that being said, I would much rather see newcomers come from the ballot rather than have Wolf take a spot that another newcomer could have had. You know what I'm trying to say? So I really do hope that Sakurai is trolling or just not saying anything, and there's going to be a direct soon or within the next few months. Hey, maybe we could see a direct soon. Maybe on the 3rd there'll be a surprise direct and Wolf could be revealed. I don't know. Or maybe Wolf isn't going to be in the game at all. I really don't know. But I'm just saying, when it comes to the ballot, I would much rather have newcomers. But if Wolf was to take a spot, I'm not going to be disappointed, since I know a lot of people want him back, and I know a lot of people would be really happy. But Kind of would, I know, upset a lot of people if another newcomer could have been added and they chose to bring Wolf back because so many people voted for him. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here. We still don't know who leads the ballot or who's going to be included. But with that being said, we are getting announcements every so often, where a few months ago we got that surprise announcement for the more Me costumes that were coming, and a few weeks ago we got the one for the Super Mario Maker stage that's releasing, which is coming out in 4 days on September 30th. So it's kind of cool how Nintendo and the Smash Bros page is doing that. These little like subtle surprise announcements, I like that. But the next thing I wanted to bring up was about third-party characters. Now, as it's been stated already, they are eligible for the ballot, but remember, this is very important. Here's the tweet right now, where a rep for Nintendo of America stated, quote, "I can certainly understand your interest in if third-party characters are eligible for the Smash Bros. Fighter ballot. I want to assure you that you are able to submit any video game character for this ballot." And remember, video game character, meaning no Goku, Shrek, Mickey Mouse, or anything like that. He also goes on to say, "While we are unable to guarantee your suggested character will become a Super Smash Bros. Fighter, rest assured we do take all feedback into consideration." So I know a lot of people want third-party characters, so it seems like as long as you keep voting for them and they get high votes, they're going to be considered and they may make it in the game. But remember, we still have a lot of Nintendo-owned characters that are very deserving and really should be in the game that fans have been wanting for years. So don't expect like the whole fighter ballot to consist of all third-party characters. If I was going to make a guess, I'd say 1 is pretty likely, 2 may be pushing it, but any more than that is crazy. I still think 1 is a perfect one. I mean, we have 4 third-party characters already. We got Pac-Man, Mega Man, Ryu, and Sonic. I mean, 5, that sounds pretty good. 6, that might be pushing it, but you never know. It depends how the voting goes. We'll have to wait and see until we get the official results. But remember, Sakurai has stated many times, it's a lot of hoops to jump through to get a third-party character. You have to negotiate with the company, get the rights to use them. It's just not like when a Nintendo character, they can say, okay, we own this character, we can include them. You got to remember that and keep that in mind. That's very important. But as far as third-party characters go, there's 6 of them who I've seen the fans really request. Now, I'm sure there's tons that people have been voting for and want to see, but these are the 6 right here that I know the fans have been, for a fact, requesting. They came very high on many ballots, and these are the ones that I just keep seeing popping up everywhere. And they are Rayman, Banjo-Kazooie, Snake, Bomberman, Shantae, and Shovel Knight. Now, as we know, Shantae and Shovel Knight, both indie characters whose companies with Yacht Club Games and WayForward are pushing them very hard, especially Shantae. The company really wants her in Smash bad. A lot of people are voting for both of them, so it's going to be very interesting to see how the voting turns out with indie characters. Then we got Rayman, really highly requested character, great moveset potential, just looks like he'd be a perfect fit in the game. There's the Rayman trophies in there. He's from a big gaming company with Ubisoft. He's my personal favorite for a third-party character. Then we got Banjo-Kazooie, long history with Nintendo. As we know though, Rare is owned by Microsoft, so that would be very tricky, but Phil Spencer has given his blessing twice on the occasion when fans have brought up the question of Banjo, although that is not a confirmation that Banjo will definitely be in, because they still have to negotiate with Microsoft. And remember, is Nintendo really going to negotiate with a rival gaming company? Seems unlikely, but I ain't giving up hope because I do love Banjo-Kazooie and think they would fit great in the game. And for those of you guys who say Banjo-Kazooie would be the same as Duck Hunt, you're completely wrong, so get that out of your heads. And then finally with Snake, a lot of people want to see Snake return. Him being cut in Brawl was a devastating blow to many fans out there, so he's being voted for as well. And last but not least, Bomberman, good moveset potential, fit very well in Smash, long history with Nintendo, icon, has been around for 30 plus years, spawned many games in the series, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this voting goes and who ends up making the ballot. Now, with that being said, how many characters can we expect to be added as DLC from the fighter ballot? Now, I've always said anywhere from 3 to 5 is a good estimate. Some of you guys may think more, some of you guys may think less. I think that's a fair number. Sakurai did state several, which means more than 2, but not many. Of course, that's not an official confirmation, 3 to 5, but I just think that's a good estimate there. But with everything being said on this, with these characters, with the ballot ending and everything, I wanted to do something special for next week. So, as you guys know, I did the straw poll for my video, and that was a few months ago, but fans' opinions have changed, more characters have emerged and become more popular, others have fell off. So I wanted to do, in this next week, I have made a new poll, but this is not a straw poll. I went to a better website with SurveyMonkey where they let you list so many more characters, everything is more organized and much better. So I made a new poll, so if you guys would like to help me out and vote for this for a future video for next week when the ballot ends on October 3rd, I'm going to discuss the top 5 vote getters from this poll. So if you guys would like to vote on this and help me out, I'd be greatly appreciated. Click the link in either the comments or description. Vote for the one character, only one, and I did put a restriction on this where you can only vote for one character only, and I'm going to tally up the votes when it's all done, and we're going to do a top 5 a week from now. And for the list of characters that you're about to see and vote for, I included so many. There are at least over 100 on here. I included as many as I could. I went back to my older videos, checked the comments, looked at the characters that the fans really wanted in, included those. I even included ones that I really do see as a little unlikely for Smash 4's DLC because they already appear in Smash 3DS and Wii U as assist trophies or stage bosses or stage hazards or Pokemon coming out of Pokeballs, or part of a character's moveset or final smash, but I included them anyway just because I know a lot of people are voting for them, and I don't want people saying, why didn't you include this character, or I want this one, and it wasn't on the list. I even included some unrealistic third parties. As long as the fans were voting for them a lot, those are the characters I chose for this list, so be sure to pick the one that you want to see, and I really hope to get this video out for you guys next week, and I hope you guys are hyped for this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about anything I mentioned, what characters you want to see, what do you think is going to happen, do you think we'll get a direct or something soon? At the very least, I'm sure that Sakurai will go on Twitter and say something about it, but fingers crossed for a direct or some kind of announcement. But anyway guys, that is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and like always, if you want the latest fighting game news and speculation, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.